Bonjour everyone, Madam Blue here and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a color correction transformation. I have posted the short version of this, I think a few times, I don't remember, but some people have had some things to say, which is completely fine. You can have your opinion about something you know nothing about after watching a 10-second video. Some people have had to be blocked because the comments were just weird, like, don't come over here with that, please. So how do we get here? First, this was my client for years. She came to me with hair that looked like this. We grew it out and then we colored it. She eventually grew out the color again. Then I moved to Texas. And while living in Texas, she decided to be a hot girl and go red actually. And then she went blonde, and she was blonde for a very long time. And she was getting sew-ins while being blonde, and she was only coloring her leave out. So the combination of coloring only her leave out, doing sew-ins, and being blonde caused her to have a lot of breakage and a lot of different colors of blonde, brown, just a whole entire mess. So she's been wanting to get her color fixed so that she can actually wear her hair and try to get her hair back healthy. And I was telling her, like, girl, you know, I'll do some traditional highlights or something, but I do not do color like that, and you need to go to a color specialist, and it will be very expensive. So this conversation has been going on just anytime that I've done her hair recently. We just talk about it, and the last time she was just like, you need to believe in yourself. I trust you because you did my hair last time. I was like, girl, that was just a little highlight. This is something totally different. I have to figure things out. I have to formulate. I have to consult with another hairstylist because, like, I had an idea of what to do, but I'm just like, I can't guarantee results, which technically as hairstylists you should not be guaranteeing results because it's just, especially with a color correction, too many factors. So first we were going to do some blonde highlights at the top to blend in the top with the blonde bottom, but once we cut off half the hair, a lot of the blonde went away, and then she was like, actually I think I want more brown. So then I ended up doing diagonal highlights, which I wish that I would have. Me personally, I wanted to be less blonde and more brown. So I started with doing the bottom row of the highlights brown, and then I started putting in the highlights. I wish I would have done more brown and literally like half the amount of highlights I did. But she liked the outcome. She is fine with it. But me personally, I wish it would be more brown and less blonde. Anywho, I had to fill in the light blonde pieces because I cannot just put brown hair color on blonde this light. The hairstylist I consulted with said that I could also just do a brown 2 levels darker than the blonde, but I just didn't know how I was going to feel about that, so I decided to fill the hair. Now, filling the hair caused another problem. So at first I was going to fill the hair with copper, but then I called the company because I was going to use a hair color that I never used before, and I was going to use it in combination with another hair color. Then I was like, I don't think I can mix these two colors. So I called them, and sure enough, I could not mix those two colors, so I had to go back to the store and pretty much exchange what I had bought the day before. And I was talking to the representative, and she was like, you need copper red. And I was like, oh. But I feel like I should have just did regular copper because especially with doing the dark color, I ended up mixing a 5 and a 3 to get a 4. Because the hair color that I wanted, they did not have a number that was low enough. So I had to mix 2. I ended up mixing, I can't remember. One of them was a natural, one of them was a mocha. I'm gonna discuss this light part right here. This is called banding. I'm gonna go back to that. But I actually redid her hair today, and as the color was processing, it was kind of more red brown. So I was like, I think I should not have done the copper red. I should have just stuck with the copper like I initially thought. But when you're not confident in something, you can listen to somebody else. You think they know better than you. So that's that. Now, when I did that and I put the brown over it, the final color, you could still see some of the copper popping through from the toner. So I was like, I'm gonna have to redo this. And then as you can see on these blonde ends, the ends are a lot lighter, which I I toned it all down, so I felt like the toner should have toned it down, but it did not. So I was like, I'm going to have to redo this and recolor the brown. You can really not see it on camera, but I could see it, and I wasn't going to just be like, oh, everything is perfect. And then the light blonde, it was obviously a difference. I'm going to insert the updated, because I just did her hair literally today. So I'm going to insert the updated color when I retoned it. So yeah, I talked through this whole video, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. But that's the story behind this color correction. I do not do color corrections. I did another one years ago, probably like 10 years ago, but that was literally going from black to blonde, so I did it in 2 processes. And then I did her retouch once that grew out. But other than that, I don't do things like this. And also, oh, let me get into the cut. So she wanted, obviously she told me what length she was comfortable with going, and then she had a lot of breakage at the top from her leave out. So you will see a lot of short pieces at the top, but she did not want a lot of layers, so she didn't necessarily want to blend that. So I was like, we don't have to blend it, but you will have some obvious short pieces at the top from your leave out, and she was okay with that. She wears it tucked behind the ear most of the time. She's worn it different ways. I'm not going to post it because I'm not about to take pictures off our social media and then post it on mine. I'm just not about to do that. So anywho, cut the bang a few times to had her put her glasses on to make sure that we were at a length that she wanted, that was not in her way. And the styling, a lot of people have something to say about the styling. I think it was cute. She thought it was cute. Actually, I asked her today if you wanted it. I said, did you want it straight or curled? She said curled like last time. So if people have something to say about the styling, I mean, you don't have to like it, but she literally showed me pictures and she said, I want it like this, which is why I styled it like that. And I think it's cute. And so did she. So that's really all that matters. What the client wants, not some stranger on the internet judging. Anywho, that's that, child. That is that. This stressed me out actually, but I'm glad I did it. I'm trying to get into doing color, but color is just one of those things you get better at it with time, but I just don't feel like I have time to be planning people's hair. So that's why I just be like, no, I'm not about to do it. Like, it really stresses me out, gives me anxiety. I just be like, ciao. Anywho, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and me talking through the whole thing. I'm sorry, I try not to do that, but sometimes I just gotta have an explanation. That's it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and TTYO.